Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about Hurricane Elsa, which is already a hurricane and it could go even more intense. Category 2, Category 3 possibly. We're going to be talking about the strength of the storm throughout today's episode, as it is a hot topic. So if you like this video, show like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. Now let's get right on into it. So we're starting off here on the National Hurricane Center page, and we're going to go take a look at the current warnings and cone. So here is the current wind extent of Hurricane Elsa. The hurricane force winds are concentrated right around the center. Now this storm is past the Leeward Islands and the Lesser Antilles, and is now on its way to the Greater Antilles. We already have hurricane warnings up for the entire island of Jamaica and the southwest coast of Hispaniola, with tropical storm warnings and watches in the northern and eastern portions of Hispaniola, and hurricane watches in parts of southeast Cuba. So, what is this storm going to do? Well, we have the intensity guidance here. This is what we're going to be looking at out of all of the current storm information pieces here. We're just going to be looking at the intensity, because we kind of know the track. So, the general mean intensity is it's going to stay Category 1 for a little bit longer, then start to tick down into a tropical storm. If you look at the cluster where the most models are, it's kind of hard to see, but it's right about here. Now, of course, there are outliers, which are totally still possible, and I would not take any of these out of the picture yet. A few models do have this going up to Category 2 or even Category 3 status, and some of which have it as a strong Category 3 hurricane, and others have it diving straight back to tropical storm and even eventually into tropical depression status. So the fact that there is not a very clear route for the storm to take in terms of intensity, even the next 12 hours, there is a lot of dispute here in wind speeds ranging from about 65 knots to about 85 knots. That is the difference between a weak Category 1 and a decent Category 2. So, what are we going to see? So, let's take a look at the HWRF model, and this is based on wind speeds. Now, this is a few hours old here, so we're going to just zoom ahead here, and right around here. So this is when this video is being released, 5 a.m. And you see some hurricane force winds here. This is all in knots, so the intensity guidance is also in knots, so we can kind of use this as a benchmark here. So we're looking for around 80 knots. And that's right in here for Category 2. Now, over the next couple of days, over the weekend, we start to see this intensify according to the HWRF right as it passes Hispaniola, about to split the gap between Hispaniola and Jamaica. Now, we're at that 80 knot strength here. This is at 10 meters, right above the surface. So, this continues to intensify as it moves south of Cuba, and we could even be getting close to some of that Category 3 strength. So that's at about, I'd say about 96 knots. So we're at that point here, 954 millibars, and then this starts to come in contact with Cuba, and that's where this thing starts to get ripped up a little bit. But we're still at tropical storm strength, and this comes back to hurricane strength before it hits Florida, still at hurricane strength. And weirdly enough, this is right where Category 5 major hurricane Michael hit a couple of years ago. I believe that made landfall right in here. So we're seeing a lot of these storms hit very similar places, but then we start to look toward a little bit higher in the atmosphere, and you still see that this storm is very powerful, very strong. So what do you think about this storm? What do you think it's going to do? Comments in the comment section down below. But that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys next time.